Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am teacher M.Ashraf from High School KRUSAN, and today's our topic is a debate in the Legislative Assembly. Let us write it: a debate in the Legislative Assembly. It is a topic in your social and political life book for class 7th. You may know that Chief Minister and other ministers have to take decisions and run the government. We usually hear about them or see them in news channels or in the newspapers. Whatever decisions are being taken have to be approved by the members of the Legislative Assembly. In a democracy, these members can ask questions, debate an important issue, decide where money should be spent. They have the main authority. Let us have discussions. Suppose there are 70 or 80 MLAs in our assembly. When this session begins, one of the MLA, for example, MLA 1, raises a question as he says, Speaker, sir, in my constituency of Lola Valley, during the last 3 weeks, there were 5 deaths because of coronavirus. I think it is a shame that this government has not been able to check the situation or a simple problem like corona while proclaiming itself to be a champion of technology. I would call the attention of the minister in charge of health department that to take immediate measures to control this situation, as coronavirus is spreading very fast in Lola Valley. This question is raised by, for example, MLA 1. And the MLA 2 diverts the attention of concerned authorities or the concerned minister as this, that, for example, he raises a question that in my constituency of Kapwara, there is serious shortage of water. MLA 2. He raises this question that in my constituency of Kapwara, there is serious shortage of water. Women travel up to 3 or 4 kilometers to collect water. How many tankers have been put into service to supply water? How many wells and ponds have been cleaned and disinfected? I would also like to know from the Minister of PHE that to take serious action regarding this and the problem may be tackled soon. Same after this, the MLA 4 or 3rd raises someone other questions regarding the dilapidated conditions of roads of Sopor. He raises this question that I request R&B Minister that the roads of Sopor town are in a dilapidated conditions. You can see potholes or the worsen condition of roads in Sopor, and I request R&B Minister, please look into the matter. And these like questions are raised in legislative assemblies with the permission of speaker, and speaker is authorized who gives time to each MLA to raise his question, and the concerned ministers note these problems related to their this department, and the concerned minister issues orders of his department for solving these problems. So the members who are debating in the legislative assemblies, MLAs are responsible for the work of the government. The government refers departments and various ministers who head them meet these problems. And the chief minister, who is overall the head of this assembly or the government, has the power to change any minister. And this is called the executive part of the government. All the MLAs who gather together, assemble in the legislative assembly are called the legislature. They are the ones who authorize and supervise their work. As you saw, it is from among them that the head of the executive or the chief minister is formed. Now, here is another one, that is working of the government. Working of the government. The legislative assembly is not the only place where opinions are expressed about the work of the government and action is demanded. You will find newspapers, TV channels, and other organizations regularly talking about the government. In a democracy, there are various ways through which people express their views and also take actions. Dear students, let us look at one each such a way. Suppose you see, soon after the discussion in the assembly, there was a press conference when the question was raised that there is during last week 15 deaths were reported because of coronavirus, and after this a press conference is organized by the health minister. Large numbers of people from different newspapers were present. The minister and some government officials were also present. The minister explained, health minister explained the steps the government has taken or had taken. Reporters asked many questions at this meeting regarding various issues related to this health department. These discussions were then reported in different newspapers regarding this. So, in this type, the people come to know that what is going and what kind of jobs the government is going to do. You know that in a democracy, it is the people who elect their representatives as members of the legislative assemblies, which are known as MLAs. And thus, it is the people who have the main authority. The ruling party members then form the government, and some members are appointed ministers among these ruling members. These ministers are in charge of various departments of the government, such as health, or R&B, PHE, education, etc. Whatever work is done by these departments has to be approved by the members of the legislative assembly. So, in short, we know that what is a legislature and how this legislature functions, how these MLAs raise these questions, and how the concerned ministers tackle this situation. So this was our topic, and inshallah we will continue it tomorrow. Stay home, stay safe. Fi amanillah.